We had to
years
pick it
ago.
back up.
Yeah, so you put it down, you understand? So we come in our time now and understand what automobile is like and aviation is like. So we're gonna look back at this and say, oh, but this is something that I could advance. So that's what humanity is.
So what are we going to this year?
Well, we're going to a greater, because where we're coming from is a greatness, you know? And if you can check every nation, every religion, every culture, people think that there's a better place. It's just a belief which is in humanity. Where is that belief coming from? It must be a memory in the DNA that remember that we are coming from a greater place than being under this controlled civilization. You understand? Because I don't think the birds and the bees and the fish were made to have dominion more than us. And there is no law to govern the fish, and there is no law to govern the bird, and tell the bird you can't go there, and you tell the fish you can't swim there. So I think we are the most advanced creation and mind in all the living beings on the earth. But we are the one who is trapped with rules and regulation, and oh, you live in the east of Europe, you can't get the benefit from the west of Europe. So this is something I think will end. That's what freedom is not. That's not freedom. Freedom is like having a bird in a cage and you can only go from here to here. But if that bird lives in a tree, then you go where you want. You understand? So that's what humanity was.
Do you think there are too many rules?
It's not even the rules, it's just we don't trust. And in a world without trust, there is no God. So if you're going to teach no one to trust, then you can't be teaching people that there's a God and teaching people to have faith and they will be better. Because all of those words arrive from trust. If you're going to think that she will do better, you have to trust her. If you're going to think that one day she will be great, you have to trust her. So all of those three words that society is trying to teach us that, oh, they will be better, things will be greater, we will have love and peace one day, all of that come from trust. And if there is no trust, then there is no start or foundation for us to have peace, unity, and equality. You understand? So there is inequality in every nation, in every country, in every little city, in every little community. So it's like an onion layer. So we have to get rid of this onion layer society. So Europe is there for Europe, but it don't benefit European. It benefit the few who have great wealth in their country or maybe something to donate to this union. So it's not because you're in Europe it makes you beneficial from the European Union.
It's been like that, like 20,000 years ago.
Yeah, but before, no, not all over the world, where there was civilization. So the problem is civilization. Because where there was civilization, there was always these barriers, you know. But where there was no civilization, there wasn't no barrier. The barbarian didn't have no ruler. They fight out their decision or they come to a discussion and a level platform because no one rule no one and no one own the land and no one, you understand? So that was, yeah, but there was always war. Humanity is competitive. Competitiveness. There's war amongst the animal kingdom. It's the strong survive. Yeah, but the war that we fight nowadays is different from the tribal war. Millions of people die in our war, one bomb, bloop. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So if you look at the wars if you look at first time war, like the Olympic in Greece wasn't like something that you have to be rich or your country have to be popular or to enter. It was just a peasant, king, god, chief, everybody enter. This is a place where people go to be competitive, create challenge, win, lose and go home.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah, but it's still, you understand?
Like 150,000 years ago, somebody on another planet.
Yeah, but we can't be just looking back there. We have to look where we're going. Because now we have the tools. Maybe 50,000 years ago we didn't have the tool to create a gas-free society. But now we have the tool to create a gas-free society. We have the tool to create, you understand, an energy-free, a clean energy society. We have the tool to create fresh water in every global country. First time you didn't have the tool in Egypt to do that, but now we have the tool can do that. And we drill undersea to send ship to make money. So why we couldn't drill undersea to send water to a place that have no water? So a thing like road, Road is an ancient creation from the Roman time. But there is many countries in this world still don't have road, the benefit of road. So that's what we're talking about, that kind of injustice. Yeah. You understand?
And it will come one day, do you think?
It will, yeah, it will come.
What about Jamaicans? Are we good at that? You think?
We're good at getting the message out, but equality will never come through one nation. You understand? It will come when humanity wake up and realize. Because Rome ruled for thousands of years, but today Rome is a city. No one, you couldn't imagine 10,000 years ago you tell a person that there would be no Rome controlling the world one day. They would say you're crazy.
Rome is a new civilization.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying to you, you understand? Think of the span of time. Look how much civilization passed through Earth. You understand? No one could tell Nebuchadnezzar that Babylonian kingdom would not be ruling today. He didn't know that his kingdom would vanish. You understand? Osiris never know that the Persian kingdom would vanish. Hitler never know that the Nazi would vanish. Hitler said this is for 1,000 years.
He might have an idea.
He might, yeah, but that's how powerful people is. Whenever they wake up,
They live in denial.
yes, so that's why the media is there. The media is there to keep the people dumb. Yeah,
Brainwash.
that's it.
But that's the war.
That's the biggest tragedy of war.
That's where
To
the war-
brainwash
that's where the war
to
is.
brainwash the people. So that's why there's so much millions in mass media. You understand? Because it's a brainwash machine. It was created as a brainwash machine.
But music is a medium.
Yeah, but music is not the brainwash machine. Music was always hated. If you look at if you look at Greek mythology, music was always hated from that time till this time. You understand? They like mostly theater and movies kind of thing, because through that you can send your secret subliminal message. Yeah, but musician, they call us whistlers, whistleblowers. You understand? Musicians sing about what he see, and they don't want that. They want you to make a movie and make it come in subtle. Yeah, so they're not into our kind of music, and that's why reggae music is a big international commercial music, but it don't get that push because it's not selling liquor, it's not selling beers, it's not selling clothes, it's not selling these things.
There's only one thing. Why is reggae coming from Jamaica? I mean, here in Denmark, some is playing reggae, some is playing rock and roll, some is playing techno, some. Where Jamaica has always been like a consistent rhythm.
Yeah, because maybe because many people don't know what hungry. Many people don't know what hungry is, like a Jamaican. So that's another thing. We have the lowest form of electricity. We have the lowest form of treatment. You understand? We get the lowest form of food substance. So if you don't really farm your food for yourself, you don't get the best food if you don't learn to farm. So if you don't learn to do things for yourself, you don't really get things, which in some countries certain things is already manually provided. We pay tax, we don't get tax return. We don't get free education, we don't get free health. So if your son or your daughter is sick and you cannot pay for them to go to hospital, they're gonna die. So you grow up learning that. You grow up learning that there is no handout, there is no office for you to run to and knock at that door to get no form of aid, or if you want to start a business, you have to start flat foot. So if you want to know I'm going to start a supermarket, maybe you have to start with finding some bottle, because you got no money. So you got to find these bottles, sell these bottles, save the money, maybe buy a pack of biscuit, buy a pack of sweetie, and you start from there. So while you're selling these stuff, even though you have this money, you still have to be hungry, because your dream is to own a wholesale. So it toughen up Jamaican. So it come out in the music. So the music become a survival music. Yeah, so yeah, but because many people now around the world start to feel like a Jamaican. They start to feel suddenly what hungry is like. You understand what the pressure is like, what inequality is like, what injustice is like. So if you go to a country like Serbia, Lithuania, Bosnia, these countries are Europe. But these countries suddenly feel like Jamaica. Because now there's this big European union that's helping Europe, but they are not getting help. So they can relate to, say if you go to Bosnia, Serbia, these places reggae music just blow up. Because suddenly now they understand what it is like to like a Jamaican to be oppressed by your own. You understand? Because we don't have a white prime minister or a white president or a white minister of labor. No, we have a black governor general. Yeah, but we're talking about a black cabinet, and this is a black country, so you're not looking for injustice. You didn't learn that injustice was from your own color. You learned that injustice was from the opposite side. Just like how they would teach a white person that injustice comes from the opposite side. So when you see injustice coming from the same side, suddenly you can relate to the opposite side. You understand? So that's why reggae music, I think, come from Jamaica. Which in Africa there is suffering, but the African in Africa has never been through that slave experience. So he has never passed through the colonization. He don't know the Dutch, the French, the British, the American. He don't know their way of thinking or their way of life. We already go through all of those thinking. Yeah, but you see, it's an education. What you have to understand, you know, the slavery of the 100,000 years and the slavery of the 16th century is two different slavery. The slavery of the 100,000 years was protected. The slavery of the 16th centuries is not protected. The Church of Rome didn't vow to protect the slave from Africa. They vowed to protect the slave of the Roman Empire. Because there was merchants of Rome. The slave from Africa was merchants of the Portuguese and the British. And so they got nothing to do with Rome. So we were not protected. And we were free in slavery, but we were not given a piece of land or wasn't given back any money. After Hitler suppressed the Jew, they wasn't just free. They didn't just free the Jew. They free them and compensate them. If you come and take my home, take my food, take my land, bring me to another country, suddenly you free me, but you don't take me back to my country. You don't take me somewhere and give me back a piece of land, give me a house. I can't be free. You understand? Yeah. So we are the only person in the common human world who go through slavery, who was free and not compensated. The Indians still, yeah, we still don't own Africa. No, we don't own Jamaica. We can't own Jamaica. An African can't own Jamaica because it is a colony of England. How much? The Asian think they could own 80 and they fight for 80. Now they're paying the French for 80 because it's not their colony. It wasn't discovered by them. In the laws of the books of the countries of law, if this place was discovered by you, automatically you get a title. So that name and that title, South Africa belongs to the British because they got the title. They say Shaka Zulu signed that title, give them, even though Shaka couldn't read their language. So the title made claims. The queen of the title for Jamaica. So if we're gonna own Jamaica, we have to buy our independence. That's our slave free. A slave free when he buys his freedom.
I think Rafa should share some questions. Yeah.
We went so meta there. That was good though. It was fascinating. No, we're gonna ask you like 5 questions from Sky Juice Reggae in all defense. Some that could be here, some that couldn't be here. Unfortunately, you missed a great show. You burned the place down. Take 2. Yes, this is for Sky Juice Reggae. We're here with Anthony B. He did a great concert. If you weren't here, you really missed out on an amazing show. Burned it down, tore it up, Loppen and Christiania. We just have a few questions for him because I know he's tired after such an energetic show. And that's our first question actually from Sky Juice. Sky Juice fans want to know, how are you about 10 times more energetic than any other artist out there? I remember at Scandinavian Reggae Festival, no one could compare. Well, how do you do it?
As we say, the motto is free mind and eat healthy, you know. So we try to eat healthy and got a free mind. You know?
Pay attention. It's good. This guy's crazy on stage. If you haven't seen him, please YouTube him, check him out. And I don't know if you remember, but your first time you ever performed in Denmark in '99 was here in Loppen.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah, I
actually?
remember.
We didn't even think you would remember.
Yeah,
but
because it's the first time I smoke ash.
really?
Yeah, it's right.
But you
Yeah.
heard it first. Christiania.
Yeah,
and then
I've
EB.
never tasted ash before in my life. I come here to Christiania and I see a man get a lighter
Yeah,
and he get a
yeah.
cigarette, right? And he burn the cigarette
Yeah.
out like this. You understand? So actually what he was doing, because I never really smoked cigarettes before, you know, so he said when I done with this cigarette, it won't taste like a cigarette.
Yeah.
So I sit there for like 20 minutes and he, you understand?
He kept going.
Yeah, and then he crushed the cigarette and make, man, and I smoke a ash chalice. Yeah.
How old you after?
Crazy, I burned the place up.
So you definitely remember.
Yeah, I
right
remember.
Here. And
Yeah.
you're
Come
gonna
here,
do
it was
that
like
again
an
today?
ashma, like a market and everything, you know.
Was that a once in a lifetime thing?
Once,
or
yeah, because this was like,
You didn't take some back to Jamaica.
yeah, we go back to we talk about this for years. You know?
So he remembers it like it was yesterday. Loppen.
And
So-
because in Jamaica we have a Christiania.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
in my parish of Chilani,
Cool.
there's a Christiania. Yeah.
Oh, great. So you do remember it. Right?
Yeah,
How
so
was
there's
it?
a
How was
town.
it to be back?
What do you mean about the Christiania? It's like
There's a town called Christiana. I understand? It's like how you have
Jamaica.
Christiana, Copenhagen. Yeah. And there's Tivoli Garden in Jamaica, which is originally from Denmark, from your Tivoli Park. So there's landmark of
You
Scandinavia
definitely
in
keep it
Jamaica.
Keeping your mind closed.
Yeah.
Well, how was it to be back performing on? This is maybe one of the more grassroots venues in the whole town.
Well,
how was it?
that's why we're doing this run, because as we say for years, we always like to do these kind of runs. Because you know at festivals sometimes the people are so far away they don't get to.
it's a
Sometimes they
huge
don't get a chance to come and meet and greet and
Yeah.
sign an autograph or say hi to a fan.
Perfect.
So we take the time out to always, it's like a up close and personal, you know. Go to the liquor town and the liquor city.
Yeah.
Sometimes many of these liquor towns, these people would like to go to the festival, but sometimes financially they can't.
Get the more intimate.
Yeah, so we take the time out to get the message to these people. You know.
Well, we had a question, and I know that Sky just wanted to explain to everyone. If you could tell us a bit more about Bobo Shanti, and what is that? What's that culture?
Well, within Rastafari movement, we got houses. So it's like how we see Rastafari movement as a government. We see this as the black man government, that when in the day of repatriation, when we get forward to Africa, we need to have lawyers and doctors and teachers and priests, and you understand, this is how you set up a government. So within the movement of Rastafari, you know, you have the Nyabingis. You understand, is the man now who chant and keep the order, and the 12 tribe now is more the governmental part. So if you're a part of the Rastafarian movement, if you go to London and you don't have no money and you should need somewhere to sleep,
Yeah.
there's a 12 tribe house in London that you could go to and sleep. There's one in LA, there's one in New
There's
York,
always.
there's one in Atlanta, there's one in Ghana. Yeah, so these are like embassy,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
how Scandinavia
You can
set up
always
it.
go there.
You can always go there as a Rastaman. You understand? The one in London is a place that was given by the Queen. So it is, you can smoke your herbs there. Police don't trouble you there, you understand? Because this is a 12 tribe house. So Bobo Shanti now is what, like the priest. Like you go to the sabbatical church. So this is the churchical part of Rastafari movement.
Okay, so it's part of that Rastafari.
Yeah, because as Marcus Garvey teaches us, we have to set up ourselves as a government, organize and centralize. So when it's time for repatriation, because Africa need creators and
Yeah.
builders. So if we suddenly get a piece of empty land and 200,000 Rastaman move there,
Yeah.
after 5 or 10 years, you're supposed to can visit that piece of land and see a formulation of a city taking place. So you're supposed to have plumbers, doctors, lawyers, architects, scientists, researchers. Yeah, so that's what the Rastafari movement is like.
Ooh, no, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
many people don't know,
No.
but God, you know, many people just see Rasta and say smoke herb and reggae music and that's it. You know, they don't really
It's
think.
much more
Yeah, but
depth
we are.
to the
It's a well written and reading movement.
unwritten
So
movement, yeah.
Rasta, yeah, to be a Rasta man, you have to read a lot. Because in Jamaica, a lot of the kids who go to university have certain time of the year when certain questions that they want to ask. The first person they'll look for is a Rasta man.
Yeah.
Because they're going to think that you know this answer. You understand? So when they're doing like African history, you understand, European history, any certain little thing, they would say, oh yeah man, the Rastaman, when was Caesar the ruler of Rome? They think you know. So if you're not a person who's well reading, even a normal kid in Jamaica not gonna look at you as a Rasta. Rastaman the dumb, you know, no sense, man. So Rasta is a very educated person.
Yeah, great.
You understand? So
How does it take to become book
just loyalty and dedication, you know. Loyalty, dedication, and know that you are not a part of the exploitation of the African human being. You understand? But you are part of the reparation. Because if I'm a person who go through 300 years of suffering, and you're gonna join a movement who is trying to come together to help my suffering, and your intention is to increase that suffering, it don't make sense. So if you're not a part of the problem and you're a part of the solution, that's what the Bobo Shanti movement is. If you're a part of the solution, you're free to join. Because it's reparation in Africa is the cradle of civilization. So if civilization starts in Africa, that means every human being is from Africa. So Africa is not just a black country or a black continent. It's the continent of all people. Moroccan people don't carry black skin. Egyptian don't carry black skin. Arab don't carry black skin. But they're all from Africa. So Africa is not just a black country. When you say Africa, people look at it like, oh, it's just a black continent. No. You understand? The Aryan race is from Africa. The first Aryan kingdom was set up in Africa. It's in the Bible. Yeah, so that's where
That's just last time.
No, that's...
Maybe we've been around for...
We're talking about the Bible, man. Talking about way before. That's what I try to tell you. So the Aryan race is not a race coming from Europe. They're coming from Africa. Human beings come from Africa and Eurasia. Animal civilization, the first vineyard, the first established community. So all of us is African. Africa is the mother of the world.
Mama Africa.
Mama Africa.
Well, we just have two more questions from Sky Juice. So can you tell the fans out there in the community of Sky Juice Reggae in Copenhagen what you're working on now, and where can people find more out about it? Where can we find it?
I'm working on a new album to come out this July. It's 3/4 way finish. I'm still looking at few names, so right now I don't got the exact name for right now, but it will be out July. You can check me out on Facebook, Anthony B Reggae. You can follow me on Twitter, Anthony B Reggae. Also,
Cool.
understand, Instagram, Anthony B Original Fireman. You can follow me. You understand? So that's it. You can check out my website www.anthonybmusic.net for more, and for bookings you can check Booksna Agency at gmail.com. So that's the information you can find. You know.
New album in July.
Yeah, so and this album we're trying to make it like a celebration for the 20th anniversary. So that's what we're trying to push. So we're trying to make it a live DVD, 13-track album with 13 videos.
Wow.
So
Video album.
yeah,
Also, that's
so
great.
it's something
Definitely unique.
something new, you know, another new adventure, you know.
Can you give us a small taste of one of the songs?
A long time in a year no good music I play. So me send a request to every DJ, make we build back the vibes. Come on and make we build back the vibes. Yeah, all over the world me hear the people them a say, what happened to the music in a Kingston JA? Make we build back the vibes. Come on and make we build back the vibes. Yo, a long time me no go a dance, I go rubber dub. You understand? So build back the vibes, and that's one of the songs from the album. So
You just sang for 2 hours and you just busted that out.
Yeah.
Yes. And then follow this guy's morning routine, find it out. And just last thing from Sky Juice, what would you like to tell the reggae fans of Copenhagen, Denmark? What do you want them to know?
Well, I want them to know that keep loving reggae music, and my message is love yourself, you know, because that's a message that is missing right now. Because if you love yourself and the only thing you have for yourself is love, then that's what it will give to me. And if you have love and I have love, then that's where it starts. It starts from 1, 2, 3, before we reach to 5, 6, 7. So if we want the world to have love between 1 million or 1 billion people, it starts at 1.
Yeah.
So that's my message, is just love yourself. And to the younger kids, read a lot and listen to and try to learn, you know. Put down the phone a little bit and pay attention, because we live moving into a world where you need to press a button to open a door, you know, key won't be needed anymore. So maybe you got to read a sign to get yourself out of a building. So learn to read, learn to, you understand. Education is the key, you know. Get the message.
Great message.
That's
Thank you so much.
That's it.
And one last thing for me too, like you were talking about ganja. What is, and you know, what do you think about ganja? When is it good to smoke? I mean,
Every day, man.
for kids, you know?
No, but ganja is a tree, you know. It's a bush. It's not a man-made invention. It's not something that I go into the lab and create. So, which other tree is illegal? No other tree is illegal. Cocoa tree is not illegal. Cocaine is illegal. You understand? But the tree that made the cocaine is not illegal. So why should the marijuana tree be illegal? It's a tree with value, substance. It helped to build Europe, America, before it was illegal. So if this is something that with so much potent use and help, it made the first rope, the first clothes. They still use hemp in France. There's still a big market for hemp. So it's not, I can't even say it's illegal. It is where, it's control, it's not illegal. It is control, so it can be used by the one with power. And the one without power can't use it. It's like oil and diamond and gold. If you find gold in your country, it's not yours. Eh? Yeah, we still wear gold, but we have to buy it. Understand? So it's just a control, it's another control substance.
I'm talking about the smoke itself is damaging for the lungs and for the health. You know?
Microwave is damaging for the lungs.
You
Man.
don't think?
Microwave is damaging for the lungs. Car is damaging for the lungs. So we shall tell the government, take the cars off the road.
We should.
Yeah. Because you can't just say these 200 things is damaging, but this one thing is the thing that you need to get rid of. Then you're still gonna get damaged because there is 199 more things. You understand? Many people don't smoke and they die from cancer. My doctor told me that a non-smoker die from cancer quicker than a smoker. You learn that too, right? Then which is the best idea you would give? If a non-smoker die quicker from cancer than a smoker, what would be your advice to me now? Talk to me. Yeah, but I know people who don't smoke and they die from cancer.
95%.
I know people who don't smoke and they die from lung cancer. Eh? I know
But
husband.
that's what I'm saying. I know it's not the weed itself, but the smoke. You know.
We live in a world. Look, we live in a world where it's not until we can get rid of the 99 problem, then we can get rid of the savior. Because when every problem, this is the savior. You understand? When you got 99 problems on your head, this take away the 99 problems. So if you take away the thing that take away the problem will remain. So it's the best thing you do before you take away the medicine is take away the problem.
When do you start the medicine?
From youth days. Yeah. This has been a big part of my life, big help.
14 now?
Yeah.
Young.
I don't even remember the age. You understand? But it gives you that calmness to rethink. You understand? A lot of the time you would jump up and angry and run out and just, if you get that second time, many kids in jail, if they tell you, if they just take one more second and think before they act, they wouldn't be in prison today. This is what marijuana do to you. It gives you that second to think.
There's a doubt.
Yeah, it slow you down and say, come on man, what you doing? Think again. So it starts to tell you about jail, tell you about everything. So then you say, okay, it's best leave it alone. So this is a saving drugs, man.
I agree.
Understand? Yeah. Because remember the government sell drugs, you know. There's a drug store. Yeah, so we can't say drugs is illegal. It depends upon the, so it's still up to control.
Yeah. That's because they say drugs are for sick people. When you're not sick.
I'm sick. Yeah, problem. The biggest sickness is mine. Stress is the biggest sickness. That's what they still don't know symptoms of stress or the cure for stress. But I have the cure. Marijuana. Best cure for stress. You understand? Yeah.
I understand.
If our government find out how great marijuana is and the use of it, Jamaica wouldn't be under the IMF. So that's how powerful marijuana is.
But I mean, in America, they're loosening up. They're loosening up in America.
Every country that use marijuana help themselves. Out of debt, out of poverty. So this is gold. This is the green gold. It's like how they got the black gold, which is the oil. This is the green gold. So don't let no one talk bad about it. If you have a country of marijuana, you have a great country. A rich country.
So when is it going to be legal in Jamaica?
Well, we hope for it.
Will it happen?
We hope. Because being a Jamaican, our politicians talk a lot, you know. So we hope, you know.
Maybe it was very good.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks to the coming out.
I'm going to tell the son I'm going to give you the thing and give to your goods.
Yeah, man. It was beautiful.